Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. Jill returns home, Sally's deception, Claire's escapade. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for the week of September 29, 2025. Fans can anticipate Jill Abbott, played by Jessica Walton, returning to Genoa City. Sally Spectra, played by Courtney Hope, deceives Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. Plus, Claire Grace Newman, Haley Erin, and Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, take a trip to Los Angeles together. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Jill Abbott returns home. Fans can anticipate a connection between Sally and Jill at the beginning of the week. The redhead declares her undying love for Billy during a video chat with the business executive. Sally's call may, in fact, have been made to encourage Jill to return home. Sally knows that until they hash things out, Billy's revenge tactics will just increase. Sadly, Billy appears to simply reopen old wounds when confronted with his mother. While he has a lot of anger, he's also a little old to be blaming his mommy for all his problems. If we return to Sally, what kind of secret does she conceal from Billy? Is this to prevent him from continuing to direct revenge? Claire Grace Newman's escapade. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of September 29 reveal that Claire ends up making an extreme move. Claire decides to accept Holden's offer despite the fact that she doesn't know him very well. That means Claire and Holden will be exploring LA together. However, I wonder if Claire and Holden might find themselves in an unsettling circumstance. It is teased that Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, ends up in LA with Claire. Week of September 29, 2025. Fans will also see Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, get ready to visit Noah Newman, Lucas Adams. Elsewhere, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, brainstorm a plan against Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. Meanwhile, Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, justifies her actions. Christian LeBlanc's Michael Baldwin struggles to let go of his old ways. Meanwhile, Lauren Fenmore Baldwin, Tracy E. Bregman, seeks assistance from Melody Thomas Scott's Nikki Newman. Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, finds common ground with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil. Zuleika Silva's Audra Charles desires yet another opportunity with Sean Dominic's Nate Hastings. However, what could she possibly say that would encourage Nate to change his stance on their fizzled relationship? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, September 29, 2025? Write down your thoughts in the box below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Claire's escape, Jill returns, Nate's rejection. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 2 weeks tease some shockers and twist. From September 29 to October 10, fans can expect Claire Grace Newman, Haley Erin, to go on an adventure with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens. Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, returns to Genoa City. Additionally, Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, is once more turned down by Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Jill Abbott returns. Let's talk about the events that will take place from September 29 to October 3 before we move on to the 2-weekers. Fans will see Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, declare her love for Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, in a video call to Jill. However, Sally could also worry that Billy just can't get over his anger at his mother. So, maybe Sally encourages Jill to return home and face her son. Sally does keep a secret from Billy this week. Then, by Friday, Billy reopens old wounds with Jill. So, it doesn't sound like the reunion goes well. The problem with Lauren Fenmore Baldwin over with Lauren Fenmore Baldwin, Lauren E. Bregman, she will panic over Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc. Unfortunately, it seems that Lauren will get more worried than ever when Michael just can't resist old habits. Lauren does request Nikki Newman's, Melody Thomas Scott, assistance, but doing so places the blonde in a very difficult situation. Week of September 29, 2025. As for Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, he makes a deal with Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, to stop Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. Meanwhile, Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, find common ground. Plus, Audra asks Nate for another chance. However, the response is likely to remain negative. The Young and the Restless spoilers, next 2 weeks. During the week of October 6th, fans can expect Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, to investigate Mariah Copeland's, Cameron Grimes, claim. Tessa will, thankfully, have some assistance. Daniel Romalotti, Jr. Michael Grazide won't let Tessa do this on her own. Meanwhile, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, go to Los Angeles to meet up with Noah Newman, Lucas Adams. While Schick thinks their son is doing really well, could there be some kind of trouble, bombshell, or complication? There should also be Kyle Abbott, Michael Miller, finding out about Claire's trip to LA with Holden. At some point, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, ends up in LA with Claire as well, so stay tuned. In the next 2 weeks, which storyline are you most excited to see? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Jill's homecoming, Sally's secret, Claire's adventure. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for the week of September 29, 2025. The return of Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, to Genoa City is anticipated by fans. Courtney hopes Sally Spectra keeps a secret. In addition, Haley Erin's Claire Grace Newman accepts Holden Novak's, Nathan Owen's, offer. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Jill Abbott's homecoming. At the beginning of the week, Sally reaches out to Jill via video call. The redhead tells Jill that she is in love with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. However, I wonder if a part of Sally is worried that she could be making the wrong decision once again. Maybe that's what the phone call is about. Billy would never go to his mother for funding, but I could see Sally doing it behind his back. In any case, Jill comes back to Genoa City by the end of the week. However, don't expect things between her and Billy to smooth out. In fact, Billy reopens old wounds with his mom. Sally Spectra's secret. There will also be Sally, who keeps a secret. Billy is kept out of this information by the redhead. So, I wonder if Jill has some sort of plan. In any case, what happens when Billy finds out about Sally's deception? Billy might misinterpret everything, despite her good intentions. The adventure of Claire Grace Newman. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of September 29th reveal that Claire makes a bold move. The blonde calls Holden, where she finally agrees to accept his proposal. In order to obtain some space from Kyle Abbott, Michael Miller, the young man invited Claire to accompany him to Los Angeles. Week of September 29th, 2025. Fans will also see Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, plan a trip to see Noah Newman, Lucas Adams. Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, are strategizing at the same time. Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, defends her actions. Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, faces temptation. Meanwhile, Lauren Fenmore Baldwin, Tracy E. Bregman, puts Nikki Newman in a difficult position. Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, find common ground. Audra Charles asks for another chance with Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. However, she's asked this twice before and he already said no. So, what makes the brunette think that third time is the charm? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, September 29th, 2025? Write down your thoughts in the box below. If you want to know what happens next, keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus. Jill returns home, A Mother's Reflection, Part 1. Longtime fans knew right away that Jill Abbott, Jess Walton's return to Genoa City would not be easy when spoilers for The Young and the Restless revealed that she was finally making her way there. Jill has always had a powerful presence. She was a woman who thrived in the corporate world, overcame personal and professional betrayals, and never shied away from going head-to-head with titans like Victor Newman or Catherine Chancellor. But this homecoming is less about business and more about the fractured relationship with her son, Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. For years, Billy has been characterized as the eternal bad boy of Genoa City, a man full of talent, charisma, and intelligence, but constantly undermined by his own impulsive behavior, addictions, and inability to settle into a role that sustains him. A core of unresolved childhood wounds, many of which can be traced back to Jill, lies beneath that reckless exterior. Billy's pattern of self-destruction, whether through gambling, failed relationships, or his obsession with revenge, has often been linked to his complicated dynamic with his mother. Jill returns now at a time when Billy's life is once more spiraling downward. His entanglement with Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, is both passionate and chaotic. Sally is Billy's perfect match and a dangerous partner because she has been caught in a cycle of ambition, insecurity, and desperate love. Their relationship teeters on the edge of devotion and disaster, and Jill knows that her son's volatility combined with Sally's secrecy is a recipe for heartbreak. The teaser spoilers suggest that Sally talks about Billy's love for her in a video call with Jill early in the week. On the surface, this looks like a simple moment of reassurance, a woman trying to show her boyfriend's mother that she is committed. However, fans of the soap know better. Nothing in Genoa City is ever so innocent. Sally's call has an ulterior motive. She needs Jill back in town. She recognizes that Billy's anger, especially his old habit of striking out with revenge, can't be controlled unless Jill intervenes. Sally has seen the darker edges of Billy's personality and likely believes that without Jill's presence, he'll dig himself deeper into destructive choices. However, will Jill's return actually assist? Or will it expose the wounds Billy has laboriously concealed? The spoiler hints that instead of reconciliation, the reunion will reignite conflict. Billy is older now, a grown man who knows the patterns of his own dysfunction, yet he still falls into the trap of blaming Jill for his problems. Even though Jill made mistakes as a mother, viewers are aware that Billy's problems cannot simply be attributed to her. It is tragic and frustrating that he refuses to take responsibility, especially as he gets closer to middle age. However, Jill will not remain silent because she has never been one to shy away from confrontation. When she comes back, there will probably be heated arguments, some harsh truths, and a reminder that family wounds never heal.